Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of OafDiscussions. I'm your host, Kid Swift. With me as always, Mr. Brent.
Doing it for the culture today.
Yeah.
Shayna.
Just be honest, all these things look like a Build-A-Bay.
And Webb.
It looked like he died, and it's like, well, I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of OafDiscussions. I'm your host, Kid Swift, the man with the gift. And with me today is Mr. Webb.
What's going on with you?
What's going on, brother?
I'm hungover right now, so I'm not gonna lie. These lights aren't really. They're
Worst-
not really helping.
Worst possible situation after hungover is trying to shoot anything in front of any kind of production lights or anything like that. Just come on with sunglasses.
That's what I should have did. I really should have. Like,
That's the whole show.
and I had them damn fake ass Oakleys.
See, I've got those fake ass Ray-Bans. We should have just did a sunglasses episode just to avoid that.
Just maybe.
Just send a message. Hey, just so guys know, I'm hungover. Everybody put your sunglasses on today. So don't
in
have
solidarity.
yeah. In remembrance. Brent had a game to go to. Shayna is tied up, I believe, as well. So yeah, just us two this week.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to another week. We got some things to talk about. Nothing too crazy, I guess.
Yeah, this may not take too long either.
No. But yeah, so I guess first and foremost, start off with the weeks. Nothing too crazy happened at work. Work was actually pretty calm this week compared to the week before. Other than that, the main thing I would say that I have been doing this week is I finally got DBZ.
Okay,
Fires.
I remember. I caught that announcement of yours.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. It has that same, I guess, kind of draw to it that I would give, or I would have still give to, like Smash Brothers, where it's deep as far as like complexity. You still have your complex, like your fighting game complexities that you would expect, but at the same time, due to the way a lot of the combo structures are, somebody can get in there and get going pretty easily without.
When you say get going, meaning like you're talking about picking up on the game.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you can get in there and they have like pretty general, like straightforward combo systems where you can go through a whole combo strain just by hitting, let's say, like square, like light. You can do like 4 lights and it'll go through, or you can do, you're like triangle, like your square, like your light, medium, hard. You can go through those. And then you can hit, like, when you get to circle, it'll automatically launch them. And then you'll do, like, the DBZ, like, launch them, then fly up to them.
Yeah.
And then you can go through another combo just on single button combo if you want to. Or if you want to, you can go into specials and everything as well, too, which is where you get into the stick motions and button presses and stuff. But nothing's too complex at the surface level to, I guess you could say, scare anybody off.
Despite like the speed and
Exactly. And see, that's probably the biggest challenge, I would say, is getting used to the speed and tagging, which I've never really had that much experience with it. The fighting games I have played have been like just one-on-one. So now getting used to like what's an anchor,
Right.
what's like your main tag, like why would you use this person here instead of this person there, which it seems like right now everybody's anchor is just Vegeta.
That's what I've heard.
Like, no, I'm sorry. The anchor is actually, a lot of people are using the anchor as like Sail. A lot of people are using their second as Vegeta.
Okay.
Because
I misunderstood.
Yeah, because Vegeta apparently is like really good. His tag-in is amazing. Him as just a character by itself is not that great.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting. So he has this really crazy move when you tag him in that he just like blows the fucking person, like your opponent up, like easily. So that's
I'm glad you added up.
yeah.
KO.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's been the interesting thing about
orgasm.
that. Yeah, the over orgasm. But that's been one of the interesting things about it is just being able to pick it up and being able to get to points where you're doing stuff where you start to feel competent. And then obviously, if I was to jump online right now, I'd probably get destroyed. But I still feel I can still get through a match and not feel like I'm just like panic pushing buttons. And I'm still doing decent combos. And that was one of the things, like, I watched Pat stream from Super Best Friends, like, where he streamed and basically was trying to teach somebody how to play the game. And the whole thing, basically, he was saying is that when a match is really good, when you're really good at a match, the button presses should be almost silent. Like, you shouldn't be hearing, like, the constant. Because usually what you'll hear, like, when someone's, like, panic, like, you'll hear a bunch of clicks. So you're saying, like, in, like, a game like that, when you get really good at it, where you're, like, kind of, every button press is rhythmic, and it's like, all right, I need to do, like, square. Like, I'm doing, like, square, triangle, quarter circle, back, trigger. And, like, everything on the screen might be going, like, ape shit. But your commands are very deliberate and very, like, your inputs are very deliberate, where it's like, I know exactly what I want to do. I know I need to counter this because he's throwing this, he's throwing this, he's throwing it, and like that. Where it kind of like smooths out, and then basically it doesn't sound all like you're just like just like hitting the buttons.
Maybe
really
what
fast.
I'm doing wrong with my fighting games. Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm usually like just like trying to hit the buttons like quick, go. So just trying to slow that down mentally has helped a lot, especially in this where you have to worry about tagging and everything too, and stuff can get pretty crazy on the screen when you've got like 50 fucking people just switching out, special. So yeah, but other than that, I mean, that's been the main thing I've been messing around with. Of course, still playing Monster Hunter like crazy.
Okay,
excellent fucking game.
Yeah, I still see the parties that y'all are in like every other day. It seems like
it's so good. It's so funny because I've never played a game with that much depth that is that good that I've seen other people with the same hour count. Right now I'm at 102 hours. That's how much I'm putting into it so far. But I've seen people at 102 hours at like 30 or 40 levels higher than me. And it's so funny because like I don't feel like I've just been like doing bullshit or just like grinding, like just kind of running in place. I still feel like I've been like progressing solid, but it's just funny how that works out, how you can still be moving forward and you never feel like it's just like stagnating and you're just running in place. You constantly feel like there's something new to do, even though you're hunting a lot of the same monsters and stuff like that, but then they'll throw a new one at you.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy thing. I mean, I could see this game easily taking 1,000 hours out of me.
I believe
easily.
I believe it.
Easily. It's so ridiculous. Like I never thought. I knew it would be good, and I figured it would be okay. But I haven't put that much time in a game. I can't even remember when, to be honest. But it's really good. It's really good.
It looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so how's your week been, bro?
Pretty chill for the most part.
Very nice.
Okay, I'll get this out the way.
Okay.
So I've been I'm actually more consistent now with working out.
Nice.
So that's good there. And I'm actually starting to get proud of myself to the point where I'm mostly ego and mostly trying to improve on myself.
Okay.
I'm I'm recording myself doing certain workouts.
Okay.
Mostly to kind of figure out, okay, am I doing this correctly? Mm-hmm. Is this where is the technique the way I need it down?
Right.
And the other part is like, yeah, I just kind of want to show off, to sit there and show my
Right,
progress.
yeah.
So fuck it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll put it out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna sit there. If I'm where I'm at by the summer, I'm posting thirst traps just like chicks are. So
absolutely.
I plan to do that at that point in time, depending on how my progress goes.
Yeah.
And that kind of ended up biting me in the ass.
Okay.
So
okay.
I posted one of my workouts from, I want to say it was Thursday. No, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday because of the certain workout I had to do. One was doing curls and the other one was doing pistol squats.
Okay.
I sit there and put King's Dead music to it again.
Yep.
Posted it up there.
Very nice.
And then somebody hit me up in my DM.
Word.
And
yeah.
he was polite. I'll say that.
That's so good. I love that.
He was polite at least.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And it was like, son of a bitch. I knew that was going to happen.
That's
it was
funny.
Like, you'll sit there every now and then. You'll sit there and get comments and stuff like that. Like maybe like a girl or something like that was sitting there sending little eye emojis, and I was yeah. And then I get hit with this DM, and I was like, wait, what?
You're like, wait, huh? Wait, what?
Hold on, let me read it off. Let me read it off.
Go ahead.
Where did it go? Okay, so yeah, it was a couple days ago.
Okay.
He commented on the one where I was doing pistol squats, and like the pistol squats, I sit there and posted, stay focused, stay balanced.
Okay.
And I had that coming. So
yeah.
It's like, I don't know you. He put, I don't know you, but just wanted to say those pseudo non-thirst traps are sexy as fuck. Ha ha ha.
Okay. Pseudo.
LMAO. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What can I mean? You might.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Accept the compliment.
Right. Yeah.
Take the damn compliment.
Yeah.
If anything, thank you, because it did have me like. And then he put eye emojis, and then ha 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 at the end. I was like, all right.
He just sent thumbs up emoji. Thanks.
I was like, well, yeah. So you got to. I should have known.
Right. Yeah. That's funny.
So it is what it is. So that was funny.
Yeah.
I can't,
hilarious.
like, I'm secure enough I'm secure enough for that to be hilarious.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
I could. Oh man,
that's funny.
But to sit there just like, hey, somebody hit me up in my DM.
Right.
Oh, somebody hit me up in my DM.
Yeah, you open it, you're like, okay, all right, well, that works, I guess.
That
is still someone. That is still someone hitting me up in my DM.
It's still somebody. It's still somebody giving me attention.
It's still a note of confidence. Speaking of working out, I don't know if you've seen it, but did you see the workout regimen and diet that I forgot the trainer's name put Michael B. Jordan on for?
I've seen different videos and stuff like that. I've seen so many videos talking about Black Panther.
Yeah.
I feel like I've watched it 2 or 3 more times already.
Yeah.
And I've only seen off of just the one view.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos where they were talking about different regimens for both Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And they both had different goals
as
far as what they were trying to accomplish and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think they said he wanted B to look intimidating was his biggest thing.
Yeah,
because he said like in past movies he's like, because he's been fit before in like Creed,
where he's been like smaller,
exactly,
or slimmer,
but he said like this, he wanted him to feel like he was like like he was threatening,
which kind of goes with the comics too, as far as Killmonger's look, because that dude was massive.
Yeah, exactly. So it made sense, and it seemed like he used a lot of like he said he put him on like carb based stuff, and kind of.
And now he got to sit there and slim back down for Creed, which is coming out this year, according to him.
Oh, really?
That's what he said. He said November. So
he's gonna have to go like on a strict diet.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is true. I forgot about that because they had that pretty much buttoned up and ready to go in front of cameras before, like probably a couple months before Black Panther even came out. Now that I think about it, so they probably were literally waiting for him to rap on Panther. And then they probably started pre-pro on Creed and just went from there. But that's crazy. That back and forth thing. Like I always think about it, like when somebody either comes back for a role and they're like huge, or they come back and they're like crazy skinny and like emaciated, kind of like Christian Bale did for that one movie.
The Machinist.
Like, like when they do stuff like that. But then I think about it.
He had to do Batman not immediately afterwards, but that
close.
Was the role
that was the next role.
That was the next role.
Yeah, so he had like great. I can't imagine the carbs that he was taking back. But I always think about that. I'm like, how the hell do they do that? Then I'm thinking about, well, that's all they have to do. That's literally part of their job.
Right.
Like every day, that's part of their job. That's part of the role that they're doing. Is okay. I got to go work out for 4 or 5 hours a day.
This is their TPS reports.
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking, I was like, man, it's crazy though. But that's funny though, the workout thing.
Now, to take the attention away from me for this week, I listened to a couple of albums. I'm sure we can talk about one of them together.
Absolutely.
So I'll hold off on that one.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, "Memories Don't Die."
Okay.
I don't know why I bothered to listen to it. Mostly just kind of the fact that a lot of people were talking about it in the timeline, and I just kind of all right, I'll give it a shot. I don't really care for Tory Lanez, and I came away with this still not really caring for Tory Lanez.
Okay.
But I could see where people would like it. I think my biggest problem with that album, listening to it, was like when he would rap, I would automatically hear Drake.
Yeah, he as far as being from Toronto, he definitely has a Toronto vibe / sound. Let me get Shayna.
Okay, so she's about to join in?
Yeah.
Okay, and so it's even funnier to the point where there was like one of his last tracks where he was talking and he was going like 100 miles or 100 bars and running type style or some shit like that. And he mentioned is like critics and
How have you been?
hey, hello,
Yo.
Hello.
hey, what's going on?
Sorry if it's loud.
All right, nah, that beep was
My
so.
bad. Sorry about that beep, guys.
Yo.
And okay, so yeah, what I was in the okay.
So
He was doing his 100 bars and running.
Yep.
And he was talking about critics making fun of him or talking about him and is about different topics and stuff like that. And he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and say I sound like Drake." He was like, "But you do sound like Drake."
You do.
So what you want me to do?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's on you.
Yeah.
I'm cool with a lot of the tracks where he was just singing. The ones where he was rapping, it was just whatever. There was this one track where he had 50 Cent on it where they were telling a story.
Okay.
And that was interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't feel like I was going for a ride like other people that tell stories in their raps.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So if I had to give it something, it'd probably be maybe like a silver.
The album as a whole.
The album as
Okay,
a whole, probably a
okay.
silver.
Gotcha.
So yeah, quick review of Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Also, okay, I already told the DM story of Tory Lanez, and
Before you do that, Shayna, Brent, you guys there?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What up, though?
Shayna and Brent have joined us. I think Brent has to leave in a minute, but Shayna's gonna stick around. We were just giving our weekly updates and everything like that. Before I know Brent, before you have to go and whatever. How's your week been, brother? How are you doing? Welcome.
I think I know the way.
Have you
just
seen
now
it?
caught on to that.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it again?
Ugandan
Yes.
Knuckles, or you talking about the VR
Ugandan
chat?
Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that. But I think I know the way.
I see that picture everywhere now. Like everywhere. Like profile pictures, like just randomly on
That's
Twitter.
still a thing. Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, welcome. Brother.
Yeah. Everything's good. Everything's good. Preparing for a housewarming.
Very nice. Yep.
So yeah, that's life this way.
Work. Very
Classes
nice.
started back up.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Yeah,
Just
Shayna?
yeah, Shayna, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm well. It's been a chill week.
Very nice.
That's a lie. It hasn't been chill week,
Oh
but
god.
it's been a productive week.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're good over here, just preparing for baby shower and baby, doing a lot of cleaning and organizing and whatnot.
Very nice.
Went to a labor delivery class, which was super informative. Glad I did that. Because
Okay.
at first I was walking around like, I had a kid before. I got this. I don't got it. So
Word.
I had to go learn some new stuff. So
Okay.
that was cool. And did some yard work today. So that's why I was late. We're working in the yard, raking leaves and getting out metal fences and whatnot. So
Very nice.
just
very
being productive. I guess you can call that nesting.
nice. yeah. That's what's up. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're a
As
mama
always.
bird. Oh,
Except she's reinforcing the nest with very high
yeah.
fences.
Like no one gets out.
Yeah,
No one
right, yeah.
leaves.
It's a fortress. But yeah, so yeah, we were just going through our weeks and stuff. I had already did mine. Mine was pretty short. But Webb was going through he checked out Tory Lanez' album, and then he was going from there. But where were you at? Webb, what was you about to say?
The next thing I was about to talk about, which hopefully we can get into the next two topics, has everybody seen the season premiere for Atlanta?
Everybody? Yeah, everybody?
I have not.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I didn't
I'll-
know premiered
Y'all talk
already.
about it. I'll
Yeah.
I'll back off for a little bit.
Yeah, it like popped out on what was that, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
March 1st.
Because the funny thing was, I had to finish the last season because I'd seen every episode of the last one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but I just didn't see the last one. It was weird. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, if y'all haven't all seen it, then I'll just leave that at that. Then.
Okay, yeah, well that's true. You don't want to do spoilers too much.
I don't want to spoil it. You go from there, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, by all means, watch that shit.
Yeah, I will say Cat Williams was excellent.
Yes.
That was really good character. Trying to think of what else.
the introduction The opening scene or the first scene that they do on the show, I didn't know where they were going with it, but I got an idea of what might be happening.
Yeah.
It might be like hopefully within the next episodes, they keep doing those introductions.
Like pieces like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
as kind of like an anthology
Yeah.
that is happening around
What's going on?
what's going on.
I mean, it is called robbing season.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that.
Plays out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if and maybe if it's the exact same characters that they're using or if it's going to be different people.
Yeah.
And just to kind of showcase, I'm guessing Atlanta's style or showcase, kind of flexing their muscle.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we can do comedy and look, we can also do action
Oh,
and
yeah.
drama. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking that they're doing. I hope that's the direction that they're going with these introductions.
Yeah.
So we'll see from there. It's only the first episode, so
Right.
we'll find out.
I mean, one thing that we have learned from the past season, even, is the fact that like that writers' room is one of the most, I'd say, dynamically talented writers' room probably in television. Because not only is Atlanta funny, it's got that drama element to it, and then it also can be pretty damn dark too.
Yep.
So you have these different elements, and the way, and it's not even just that it's funny, it's the way it's funny. It's subtle about it. It's not like directly in your face. It's everything about it, whether it's when it's being funny, when it's trying to put across the message,
Yeah.
when it's dark and serious, it all comes across naturally.
Yeah, it's everything's matter of factly.
Yeah.
Even the absurd shit.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's just so undersold that it just fits
Yeah.
in with the most normal shit that you see.
Yeah, and the funny thing is when you watch any like interviews or like on camera stuff, when it's not like a show or anything that's scripted or a performance, you get that that's a really strong part of Glover's personality. Like when he cracks jokes, when he's like on late shows and stuff,
Yeah.
they're usually, he might smile. But the joke's there and you're like laughing at home, but you're like, he just delivers it in such a like, just underhanded,
slipped
like,
in,
yeah.
yeah.
And you're like, that was fucking hilarious. So it's very interesting to see how that goes into the show DNA itself. And then also the fucking actors and actresses are great. I
Absolutely.
mean, across the board. But yeah, Cat Williams was funny. That whole part, the alligator thing.
Man, okay, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I love that show so much. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah.
Okay, so Atlanta's out the way now. All right, we'll get into this. Phonte, no news is good news.
Yep.
Just released Friday, or midnight Friday, give or take.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've listened to it 2 times. Probably need to go for a third. Thoughts on it?
Like I was thinking before, when I first like saw this one, it kind of surprised me. Because I just saw him like post a tweet and it was like, no news is good news, and he put up a picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was like, did something bad happen? Like I thought something had happened. I thought he was just saying no news is good news. And then I was like, okay, it's an album. I was like, oh, it's a solo album. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. And the funny thing was, and I said this to you before we went on, was I kind of like parallel relate to Phonte with like us in our age group a lot because we listened to him like our freshman year of college a lot when it was still Little Brother and Ninth Wonder. And it's one of those things where we've been listening to him for a while to the point where you kind of have a connection with him and you kind of been on that side, which is something that he addresses. It's like, why isn't he doing anything like biased, like just him?
Right.
And you kind of wonder that. And to see him come out with something else, first thing was excitement. And the other thing was like,
whoa, hold on. Is this your first solo project that you're aware of his?
No. I know about the other one.
Okay.
The first one. Yeah.
Home is where charity starts. Okay,
Yeah. But this one, I don't know. It was something about this. This one just seemed like
charity starts at home. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Charity starts at home. Yeah. This one just seems like a larger, I don't know. It just seemed like a larger amount of time. It seemed to, even though that one came out, this one seemed like the first one in a decade, even though it obviously wasn't. But it's just funny because I constantly see everything that Ninth is doing, everything that obviously he's doing with Rhapsody, seeing like the successful stuff that he's obviously all his productions. I mean, the shit that he does, and I miss them being together as a whole, even with Pooh as well. But I also thought about when I saw that was like, I know I've seen him, I follow him on Twitter. I know, like, kind of have a general idea of a lot of like how he thinks in a way when it comes to like social, like when he's like talking out loud in front of people.
Right.
Especially about other hip hop issues, about other people in hip hop, about other artists in hip hop, not in specific, but just in the overall like operation. So my other thought when I saw that, I was like, I hope it doesn't sound old. I hope it doesn't sound like he's like grasping at straws kind of thing, like where the game's passed him by.
Okay, like,
and it avoided that. And then when it came out, like the funny thing is, he came out very strong first few tracks, like with in a way that worked, where it was like y'all need to understand who I am and what I'm bringing to the table, and understand that if need be, I can take out any of you other cats, basically.
Yeah.
And then he took it from there and did his album. It was interesting. Like, he came out the gate swinging very, that's the way you think about it. When you think about a classic hip hop album, you come out strong and then you just take them on a ride. And he did that very well. And that was the thing that I think made it even better. And then on the other hand, like I always say, production to me is like one of the most important things, maybe the most important thing to me personally. But the beat selection was excellent. Like, there's some really, really good stuff on there that fit him perfectly. Because the thing about Phonte is he's very, as far as his vocal style, it's very deliberate. It's very clear. You can hear every fucking punchline. You can hear every word. Like, it's very, like, you hear everything.
Right.
So the beat can't get in his way. He can pierce through a lot of stuff because he does rap in a way that enunciates and you hear everything. So nothing gets lost in the shuffle, even if it was kind of crowded. But the thing was, there was a nice level of complexity in the production. But at the same time, it wasn't to the point where it got in the way of you hearing all those awesome punchlines. And he does a thing that you hear every punchline, but I noticed on this one, and it's something, I don't know if it's like, it feels a little bit newer, I guess, because I felt like before a lot of Phonte's punchlines were very like, you could easily like A to B to equal C. Bam. And that was high. That punchline was great. On this, he was slipping stuff like on, like he would hit you with a punchline, but then there would be some wordplay where if you were like, oh shit, like if I connect the back end of this to this, then you find another punchline, like punchline bullet point A. Like, it was stuff like that that he kept doing on this in particular that stood out to me, that made it even better from a writing standpoint, that I really liked. So, and that was the thing. It was a little bit of, you know what you're going to get with Phonte if you've been following Phonte for all the years that like we have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was enough stuff from the writing standpoint that evolved to make it more than just kind of the same. It definitely wasn't that, but I liked it a lot. I did. Okay. What do you think, though?
I liked it. The kind of takeaway, or to kind of piggyback off what you were mentioning, as far as you were worried about him sounding old.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is funny because he wasn't sounding old in a get off my lawn kind of way. Right. But he definitely did. He was rapping mature.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good way. Yeah, I like that. That's a good
especially
way to
like on some. I don't want to sit there and say like he's been doing this before 444.
Yeah.
But it's in that same vein if you wanted to sit there and like put it in a specific type of category.
Yeah, I like that.
As far as he's talking about grown man shit, he's sitting there talking about like, here, my dad, it's like, Pops died at 55.
Yeah.
I plan to outlive you by sitting there and just living right or doing more for my health and all that other stuff.
Exactly. Like there's a whole thing about the health thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating right and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Other things too, as far as just kind of going like, yeah, I was kind of wilding out back then, but yeah, I ain't on that shit no more.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's funny how it was old, but not in the way that you were wanting it to be. Oh, it was mature. It was still mature. It was mature rap. I'll say that.
Yeah, I like the word. Yeah. I like using the word mature.
Yes,
better. Yeah.
You can't say old porn because then that just sounds.
This sounds off.
It sounds a little off.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, what do you mean by old? Meaning like you need to blow dust off of it,
right?
Is it, no, you got to blow dust off of. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of the things because we've heard. That's the thing. We've heard him on features with songs with a lot of other classic MCs and everything, and
he didn't have a whole lot of features. Matter of fact, Freddie Gibbs and Eric Roberson
was the vocalist, wasn't it?
Yeah, were the only two I see on here. And
there was a female vocalist too.
There was
just a hook.
There was.
Yeah.
But it was. I'm not seeing the name on here on the liner notes, or I should have looked at the liner notes. But from what I was listening to it on Spotify, which is what we're on now. So
hey, plug. That's true. Yeah.
But looking on there, I couldn't see her name. I would have thought it was Carlita Duran.
That's what I thought about too. That was one of the first things I thought about. Especially.
Let me go ahead and look that up now.
She's always been the go-to for them.
No news. No, not no mess.
No mess is good mess. Now,
well, that's actually kind of true.
That's good. That's good.
No mess is good mess.
That's good. That works perfectly.
I honestly, like me listening to this a third time around, or getting to the point where I'm about to listen to this for a third time around, nothing really stuck with me for real. As far as this, as like, yo, I need to definitely make sure I hear this track.
Yeah.
As opposed to Charity Starts at Home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's forgettable, but it's not anything that kind of pushes the envelope from what I like from Phonte's standards.
Right.
And like he's pretty high up there as far as the lyricist goes.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I didn't really see anything, or I didn't really feel anything that was kind of different or evolved.
Yeah.
Ironically, while we're sitting there talking about mature rap.
It blends together very well as an album, like front to back.
Yeah.
There are clearly tracks on there that I know I can think about and hear the beat and know I'm like, I want to hear that beat again. And then, of course, by virtue, hearing the verses again and everything as well. So I definitely like the health one. That beat is great.
Shoot. I can't even.
Or it has that skit where like he's talking to the doctor. The doctor's like, "We need to check your family history. Come and do that." That beat is excellent. Was
it Expensive Jeans?
I think so. Is that the one that he shot? Because that's the one he shouts out Royce. Expensive Jeans is.
See, I can't even. I'm mad. I can't even remember it for real.
Yeah, Expensive Jeans is the one he shouts out Royce. Yeah, but that is a good point. I mean, it does kind of just, which a lot of times I try to think I'm kind of I'll get that mixed up, where it's like, is the album, I guess without saying it, like, don't mean this in a negative way, is the album forgettable, or does it blend together well where no songs stand out because it's so much better as a collective piece? Or is it literally just no songs stand out because nothing was that dynamic?
It might be because I'm just kind of cynical, but I honestly just kind of feel like it's a little forgettable.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I could see the other argument, whereas like everything kind of
blends together as well.
Well, see, that's also,
but is that a good thing?
It can be.
Yeah, it definitely can be.
It can be, but I didn't
especially when you're talking about tone.
Yeah.
Like
but
everything
I didn't get that as far as that being, it didn't feel like a good thing.
Right.
For this project.
Because like, for instance, everything on To Pimp a Butterfly sounds like it should be on To Pimp a Butterfly tonally.
Yeah.
Especially being woven together with the little like interlude skit pieces.
Yeah.
The little poem.
I remember you was conflicted.
Yeah. Which is interesting because it's like how it'd be interesting to go back and look at like a lot of different albums and even like on here and kind of take a look at albums and rate them based on cohesiveness.
Yeah. Which is,
and see which
that
ones
used to be a problem.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. And see which ones do it well, see which ones try to fake it, and see which ones do it fucking terribly.
Yeah.
Shayna, you still there? think she is.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I heard that beep. I was worried.
No, it was probably.
Have you heard Phonte or Little Brother before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Going back to what we were saying about cohesiveness, is there any album that you can think of off the top of your head that like is one that you either like, or it doesn't even have to be one that you like, that you've heard either recently or in the past that you found either like super cohesive, woven together well, or that just completely sound like it was a bunch of fucking random songs? Like, I think of Beyonce's album as one because that movie helped with that, like Lemonade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what would you say though?
Yeah, that's definitely one. I mean, pretty much every album that I have on my title.
Okay.
Because I like cohesive albums. I can't stand randomness. I want something that I can play from top to bottom and be like in one vibe.
Right.
So for me, that's like Janae Aiko's Trip.
Oh yeah.
That whole album is amazing to me.
Yeah.
Wayman Tisdale, In the Zone.
Okay.
I love that album.
Gotcha.
I can play that top to bottom, and it's just, again, it flows really well. Even the Black Panther album, like, I love that album so much I can't stop playing it.
Yeah, that's true. That does a good job of tone wise keeping the film tone and carrying it through the movie. You definitely get that vibe. I was trying to think. There was something else on the because I was thinking about Lemonade and I was thinking about another album.
Oh, Camp, Childish Gambino. I love that album.
That one's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's
well,
really good.
by that logic, yeah, because the internet also had a cohesiveness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, noticing a theme here. Usually
Yeah.
when an artist is, if an artist is able to have some cohesiveness going on one album, then it's most likely they're going to sit there and continue doing that on their other projects.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of bad examples where it's just songs just thrown in or thrown together.
And I'm wondering if we need to add a crux to our, or a amendment to our judging system, where if an album doesn't,
I usually kind of already.
Okay. Because my thing was, if an album is not cohesive to a certain degree, can it be above this level or at this level? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if an album's not cohesive, it can't be a gold. You see what I'm saying?
I figured that's kind of a part of
it. Does come into play, absolutely.
The criteria. Cause
it does.
Usually, what I base off of, like when I'm listening to an album, depending on the artist, the lyrics, the lyrics depending on the artist, production, obviously, especially if the artist is lacking in lyrics, and overall just cohesiveness of those tracks on that project.
I can think of one that's kind of bad, a cohesive vibe.
Okay.
Khaled's last album. But here's the thing about that worries me about judging it that way.
Is it technically a compilation?
Exactly. I feel like when you get to like an album where it's put together by a DJ, whether it's DJ Drama or whatever, Khaled or Clue, Who Kid, whoever, I feel like that's kind of the point, or it's kind of going to happen regardless, because you're usually hurting a bunch of different artists on one disc or one whatever album, and you're trying to put them together and piece together just to get feature strength more than song strength, which was a big thing about Khaled's album that was a negative, is that
this time around.
Yeah, exactly. This time around, where it was feature strength was there just because you had a bunch of big names, but there was a lacking in actually talent strength, because we did that whole thing of like where we thought artists should have been. Like there should have been a jumble around. There could have been a mix-up, and artists could have been in much better groups.
Yeah.
But
or pairings or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, then. Well, in that case, I didn't really want to do this, but rating then? What would you give this?
I'm going to go with, we've got what, four?
We have five. We have five.
Trash.
There's
bronze.
we may replace platinum with vibranium.
Okay,
that's still pending.
Yeah.
But we got platinum, gold, silver, bronze, then trash.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna do gold.
Okay, I'm going to bump Tory Lanez down to bronze.
Okay,
because I see that on par with Man of the Woods. I'm gonna put that at bronze.
Okay,
and no news is good news. Just on account of it didn't really stick with me. I'm probably going to have to put that at silver.
Okay. Because you feel like you probably either
Like I
might
said,
stumble on it eventually again.
Yeah, it's
probably
like
won't go like looking for it, seeking it out again.
Yeah, it's kind of like a take it or leave it type of deal with that album.
Okay.
It's kind of middle of the road for me.
Yeah, that works.
So there's that.
Okay.
All right, then. So since we are OAF discussions, OAF standing for either outraged as fuck, we'll get to that later.
Yep.
Or only as a fan.
Yeah.
We are just going to ramble incessantly about these Oscar predictions.
Yeah. It's my jam.
All right, so I'm pulling up the list of nominations now.
Okay.
And live tonight.
Yes.
So you will be seeing this.
Yeah,
you'll be seeing this way after the fact, or listening to this way after the fact.
You'll see how wrong we are way after, like before we actually see probably. But yeah.
Yeah. So, Jimmy Kimmel's hosting.
Jimmy.
It'll probably just be
Yeah, absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah.
You can't really push buttons for real on
No.
national or broadcast television anymore. It seems like. All right, so let me go up and let me ascend instead of descend to the lesser.
All right.
Okay, categories they got for visual effects. There's Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars The Last Jedi, War for the Planet of the Apes. And yeah, those are. Oh yeah, with that being said, because this is OAF discussions, I didn't see a lot of these damn movies.
All of those I've seen. Well, except
So-
for Blade Runner.
Okay, so a majority, like about 90% of these movies I haven't seen, but that's not going to stop me from throwing my 2 cents in.
Okay, that works.
So there we go.
Shayna, have you seen most or all of these movies,
Or any
of them?
I think I've seen like maybe 3 of them.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
that's where
really
at.
shocked that Skull Island's on there because it took me 3 attempts to watch the movie. I still don't think I finished it. I fell asleep every single time.
Yeah, it's.
Can you hear me?
It's kind of.
We can hear you. Who's this?
Is that Brent? Who was that? Is that Brent?
That's Brent.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like him at
It
first.
really didn't.
Are you
Now,
currently playing
today.
volleyball right now?
Walking in.
Okay, perfect. I love that we can do this. It's great. I love it. So we're going through Oscar stuff right now, Brent.
Yeah, we're
Just
on
so you know.
we're on visual effects right now. The nominees are
What'd you say?
No, Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. I've already been listening the whole time.
Planet of the Apes for visual effects? Out of those?
Oh, sex. Oh, I thought y'all were saying which one was better. My bad. Run through it one more time. I
No,
got
just visual
said you
effects.
were listening.
Just visual effects. So Blade Runner 2049, the newest one. Star Wars Last Jedi, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Planet of the Apes. Sorry, Planet of the Apes and King Kong Skull Island. Sorry about that. I missed that one.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That
For
was-
visual effects.
mean,
I could see that.
yeah, I could see that.
I'm under the impression it's going to be Blade Runner.
Probably so, just because that's been getting a lot of cinema like praise wise.
Visually, it was only okay.
Yeah.
Like, the whole 5-minute intro of Guardians of the Galaxy is a visual, like, spectacular.
Mhm.
And then all the other movies do CGI pretty well.
Mhm.
But, like, outside of, like, a few waterfall scenes or, like, you know, sunset scenes, stuff like that, a Planet of the Apes, like, it's not, like, a visually, like, insane or intense movie.
Right. And that's what the thing that I always wonder how as far as like the judges judge these, especially when you get to visual effects, because there's, like you said, Brent, there's visual effects intensity where there's like a high volume of visual effects, like for instance Guardians of the Galaxy, where most of it is on blue screen. Mm-hmm. Then you have like complexity, then technical efficiency. So something like Planet of the Apes wasn't intense visual effects wise, but the way the mocap is done with Andy Serkis and the other gorillas and stuff is pretty phenomenal. But at the same time, it's not like super in your face, etc. So
Okay.
yeah, but anyways, next, what we got next?
All right, next category, costume design.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul.
Probably Shape will win that for the fifth suit from the main character. Well, one of the main characters, I should say.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pretend.
And it's funny. This is all, and I know every time I'm looking at the Oscars, it's always funny because this is the one place where a lot of the either comic book / superhero / graphic novel movies actually get their praise.
Like visual effects and costume design and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They usually never get anything as far as best picture. Rarely like leading actor or actress. It's always in these departments, which I bet you that's the last time we see Guardians. Like most likely.
Okay, we'll see. I haven't looked through this list, so
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Beauty and the Beast. Hell, I don't fucking. I made a mistake. I made a mistake reading these nominations and making predictions.
I love this.
All right, next up we got. Oh, lost my place. Makeup and hair.
Okay.
And the nominees: Darkest Hour, Victoria and Abdul, and Wonder.
I've never heard of any of those movies.
Okay, I've heard of Wonder only because they kept the commercials kept going like, "This movie will warm your heart. This is such a," and the kid, it was like the kid with the deformity on his face, and rising above. It's like he's he's growing up and rising above bullies and stuff. It's just, I mean, not.
Yeah, I've heard,
if it's based on a true story, then I'm not trying to make
I know what you're talking about.
light of that kid,
right? Yeah,
but fuck that movie.
When I saw that movie, I was like, haven't we done this already with the movie Mask with Cher?
I was thinking that too.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was thinking of.
What's the one where the guy has? Oh man, I can't think of the name of that movie. It's like a movie from the '80s where the guy has like what is it? Is it giantism? Not giantism. It's like
elephantitis.
Elephantitis. You know what I'm talking about? There was that famous. He's like a famous '80s movie characters when you think about like.
You're not talking about Mask, are you?
Oh, it might be.
It's like what Shayna just said.
I might be. Yeah,
you're not talking about what she just said.
I probably am. Thinking about that, which is terrible. Because I never remember the name of that movie. That's the bad thing. I just would see it on randomly. I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing. But that's yeah. I'm trying to figure out what this. What was it? Gloria and Abdul. That movie.
Victoria and Abdul.
That's all over the place. They must have did a good job, whatever that movie is.
All right, we'll go with that.
What else we got?
You know what? My other gripe with Wonder.
Okay, go ahead. Please.
Is that
that's great.
I can't stand when certain movies or even TV shows or the commercials for those things, they sit there and go like, "This movie will warm your heart," or blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up! Don't tell me how to feel.
Right? Exactly. That's what the movie's job is for.
Right. Like in those however many months I saw the commercial for Wonder.
Yep.
Leading up to the premiere. I not once kind of felt bad about the kid. I'm sorry. Y'all seen Shallow Hal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all remember the part where he went to the hospital and was sitting there talking to the kids and entertaining them and stuff like that? And I was like, I don't see what's wrong with you guys. And then his spell was gone later in the movie. And then he came back to the hospital.
Yeah.
And he started talking to one of the kids and found out that he was in a burn ward the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I'm starting to punk up now. So like just me talking about that and just remembering that part. Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about that scene.
It's emotional, yeah.
But that part gets me.
Yeah,
and that makes me like, I tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I cried watching it the first time around.
Right. Absolutely.
And you know what? You weren't going to be expecting that from a damn comedy about somebody being superficial, looking at a fat chick and et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Yeah.
So they didn't have to throw that in there.
No.
In their movie.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was like, dumb jokes. It was like, oh, you're fat shaming, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. It was 90s. So
yeah, everybody was wilding. It was
everybody was wilding. It's the 90s.
The problematic
everybody was wilding.
Yeah, the problematic light stayed on.
Oh,
There's
man.
stuff we can't watch now that couldn't dare be made nowadays.
So they didn't have to throw that out there, but they still managed to find a scene. They still managed to have a scene where you kind of hit you a little bit.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, fuck Wonder.
Maybe there needs to be a better way that they can advertise those movies where it gets the point across, but it doesn't like tell you.
Or doesn't come across so pretentious.
Exactly. Or tell you like this is the way.
Or like I can't stand them coming of age commercials or shows or movies either.
Yes.
Where they kind of go, like, these are the most important years of your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like, shut up. It's like,
oh God, it's funny.
That's how I know you niggas ain't got bills.
And the thing is, we've seen movies where they haven't had to do that. Like, they could have easily done that when they were previewing something like Lady Bird. That's literally the point of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
But you never hear that. You just get the comedy and the kind of like dry comedy from the average, like the trailers that you see. That's all you need. Like, you don't have to be like you said, these are the best years of it.
Yeah.
Get out of here, boo.
All right. Next category. Fuck Wonder. Original song. Mighty River from Mudbound by Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name by Sufjan Stevens. Remember Me from Coco by Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez. Stand Up for Something from Marshall by Dionne Warren and Common. And This Is Me from The Greatest Showman by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul.
That song is dope. That This Is Me song.
Oh, yeah.
My girlfriend went and seen it, and now she just plays that song randomly. And it's like, it's got a good like build up, like energy to it. It's really good. If she heard us talking about it, she'd probably run down the stairs and freak out.
Start singing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Take somebody's microphone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a really good song. The only other thing I keep hearing about that Mudbound movie. Apparently, it's supposed to be really good. I haven't had a chance to see it, but I know. That,
Honestly, was it limited release?
I believe so. It wasn't like wide release,
Or it's just not here.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, that's right. I knew I'd seen it before.
That makes sense.
That's
what I was like.
The thing was, I can see
I saw
the
something that
thing.
said mud on there, and just okay, yeah, that was the same thing.
See,
Okay.
every time I saw
Oaf.
it, yeah, it's O for a reason. Every time I would see it, I would always think Mudbone, the character that Richard Pryor made up.
Oh wow,
The old guy. But yeah, that God, it makes sense.
So you think Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now at the same time, Coco's probably in there too, pretty
Yeah.
highly. And then what was that? There was something else in there. I think probably.
Did I just read off? Oh.
Yeah, that you just read off. Probably Coco though, or probably Greatest Showman.
I'm sure it's one of those two that's gonna get it.
Yeah, because it seemed like that was one of the best parts of that movie anyway, of the Greatest Showman. But yeah.
All right, next up is original score. There's Dunkirk by Hans Zimmer, Phantom Thread by Johnny Greenwood, The Shape of Water by Alexander Desplat, Star Wars: The Last Jedi by John Williams, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri by Carter Burwell.
The movies in that category are that's a loaded category.
Yeah. As far as the score.
Yeah. I mean, Hans has always got an advantage just because he's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Well, I mean, John Williams too. I mean, for him
of course.
to be as iconic as he has with the Star Wars.
I've still got to see
saga.
that Star Wars movie.
I haven't either.
Yeah,
I still need to too.
Yeah, I need to check.
I'm under the impression it'll be Hans Zimmer, just on account of how strong his work is.
I think so. Yeah.
Next up, production design: Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and The Shape of Water. Now, when they say production design,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering what the hell that means.
okay, I was about to ask you, Mr. Film Major. Yeah,
That's one of those categories, naming wise, that I always slip up, and it could be an elaborating on what we talked about with visual effects, which I think is where it falls into play.
Okay, so like, I'm looking now, and I'm not seeing anything that says. I'm scrolling through the categories. I don't see anything that involves set design. So is it possible that that's kind of what they mean?
I think what it's doing is pretty much because, like, basically what you have when you're like making a movie, you have a location scouts, and they go out based on the script, and they try to find places that look like the way those places read on the script, based on descriptions, obviously, that the writers have put in and everything like that. So I'm thinking that probably is where that falls into play as far as like production design. When you're thinking about production design, you're thinking about all the physical, tangible stuff, like the locations mixed with, if it's a period piece, are the cars and stuff, like are the settings right? Okay. Do the settings aid the movie to tell the story
as a whole?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Rather than just hair and makeup or costume design.
Exactly.
Like
you separate those out. Yeah, because obviously you have a lot of times somebody has to take the script as well and design. They have to, like, based on the script, this is the way these costumes need to look. Based on the script, this is the way these visual effects need to be brought to life.
So production design would be marching band, while those other categories was like like hair and makeup is brass or some shit like that, or
Right.
the person or the
color guard.
Color guard. There
Color
we go.
guard. Yeah, absolutely.
I should
think
have stuck with my first guess.
no,
Yeah.
that was good. Yeah, I'm thinking that's where it falls into play more so than anything.
All right then.
Yeah.
So with production design, who do you anticipate winning that? Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Shape of Water.
Ooh, man. It's gonna Dunkirk, Shape of Water, and Blade Runner. I don't know. I don't think Blade Runner. Probably Dunkirk. Dunkirk and Shape of Water are gonna be fighting a lot tonight. Dunkirk's whole thing is its location. That's part of the story.
Yeah.
Is the fact that they're trapped in this location.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
As far as around the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shape of Water's kind of interesting the way it's done, but I'm trying to think of how much the Shape of Water, the location mattered to the story.
Yeah.
But I guess it did. He's a fish man, so he had to have a fish tank. I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna say Shape of Water.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna say
I'll
fuck.
give it
Yeah.
Shape, yeah.
Yeah. Shayna, do you care?
Shape of Water.
Yeah, I know nothing about majority of these. So.
You're fine. We're just
Shrug
winging
shoulders.
We
it.
don't either.
We're just winging it.
Don't worry. Do not worry.
We're winging it.
All right. Next category, we got sound mixing.
Oh,
There's Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I'm gonna go with Baby Driver.
yeah. I think it's gonna be Baby Driver because I don't. There's probably no other movie on this whole nominations that use music.
Specifically to drive like a narrative.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
Or not the narrative, but like the action and the,
Yeah, absolutely. I think it probably has to. Because a lot of times you get that, like if you're watching a movie and then all of a sudden they switch scenes and the audio just like and it's not even like important audio. It's just fucking sound. Like
Right.
all of a sudden the sound, like that's where you get like bad sound mixing, which is a huge fucking part. But yeah, Baby Driver's too good at using music to not win that, I think.
All right. Let me go again. Let me look around again. Damn, my phone's getting hot. Let's see. Probably from when I dropped it, or probably because
The sun's
lights.
beaming
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
Well, that too. All right. So after sound mixing, there was sound editing.
Okay.
Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, Star Wars: Last Jedi. So almost exact. Yeah, this is exactly
Exactly. So.
with the exception of Shape of Water being in there. And
Give it Baby Driver. Fuck it.
sure,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Yeah,
It
sure.
sounds like beaming on your
Sound
face
mixing and sound editing. Yeah, I noticed on the camera. Yeah, it looks nice.
right now.
Yeah, I'll probably get more DMs that way. Next up, film editing. Baby Driver, Dunkirk, I, Tonya, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards. Film editing.
And it's going to take into play pace and everything as well, too. Pace matching the music. The edit has to flow.
No crazy jump cuts unless it's on purpose.
Yeah. I like how Aunt Tanya just crept in there on that one. What the fuck? It just crept in the editing?
It really kind of did, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen it on here
Yeah.
or on any of these nominations.
That's strange.
I don't care. It's
That's weird, yeah. Baby.
fuck it. I'll say I, Tonya, just because I
Like
don't.
it.
Yeah, I don't. Just because I
Curveball.
don't care.
We got to keep track of these. We should be writing these down.
Well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have the footage, I guess.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Next up, best foreign language film.
Okay.
Fantastic Woman from Chile, The Insult from Lebanon, Loveless from Russia, On Body and Soul from Hungary, and The Square from Sweden.
I don't think I've heard of any of those.
No, of course not.
Well, normally, they might creep into like one of my cinematographer magazines. Or
I'm gonna
something.
say Chile, with A Fantastic Woman.
That works. I'll say Hungry.
All right, Hungary, On Body and Soul. All right, Shayna, you name a country.
Lebanon.
Yeah.
It was from there.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
This is great. I love it.
Next up, best live action short film.
Okay.
DeKalb. I can never pronounce this right.
What is it?
DEKALB from in Georgia.
Oh, DeKalb?
There we go. DeKalb.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Stop second guessing yourself. Damn. DeKalb Elementary. 11 o'clock. My Nephew Emmett. The Silent Child in Watu Wote or / All of Us.
Are these shorts?
These are short films, live action.
Okay, live action. See, I thought you said action shorts. And I was like, there's an action movie that takes place exclusively in an elementary school. I was like, I want to see that. How is the kids just going at each other?
I'm going to say My Nephew Emmett because...
That sounds legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds legit.
Best documentary short subject, Edith and Eddie. Heaven is a Traffic Jam on the 405. Heroin with the E in the parentheses. Knife Skills, Traffic Stop.
I think Traffic Jam on the 405. I've heard, and only because I've heard about that one.
Yeah, I like that title too much to not.
It's a good one.
I like
it's a good one. I've heard about that one being talked about in different like articles and stuff. So
all right, best
that was at least has a buzz.
Yeah, and with a title like that, it's going to help.
Let's see what's
clearly
in the documentary.
Best documentary feature, Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, or Abacus. Yeah. Faces, Places, Icarus, Last Men in Aleppo, and Strong Island. I probably butchered a lot of those, but yeah.
I think Aleppo. Isn't it Aleppo? Last Men in Aleppo. Yeah, I think maybe it is Aleppo. I don't fucking know.
And I'm going to go Icarus.
I'm going to go Last Man.
Just on the count that we've been stuck on that.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're getting to the...
It gave us the most trouble, so I will go with it.
Okay, now we're getting to the bigger categories.
Yeah.
Best cinematography. There's Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Mudbound, and The Shape of Water.
Fuck.
I believe it'll be Blade Runner.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Blade Runner based on the lighting and stuff in that movie.
Why did this article highlight Mudbound though?
On the color and stuff.
On the article.
I need to watch it.
It's a little biased.
Yeah.
This article's a little biased.
We picked ours. We picked our winner already.
That's the only one that's highlighted too, so that's even weirder. Oh no, I take that back.
Something else.
Yeah, a little higher up, but we'll get to that.
See, I need to go ahead and watch that movie because, yeah, I do think it's going to be Blade Runner.
You can do it for free, so
yeah, I know. It's fucking on Netflix, and I couldn't remember. Blade Runner, though, yeah,
okay,
based on what they did.
Best original screenplay: The Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, The Shape of Water,
Ooh.
Three Billboards.
Ooh, God.
Best original screenplay.
Oh God, that's a loaded category.
I want Get Out to win, obviously.
Fuck.
I'm thinking they're gonna go with The Big Sick.
I think either Big Sick or Lady Bird.
Okay.
Lady Bird's fucking good.
I can see that.
Damn.
Best adapted screenplay.
And Three Billboards was on there too.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is.
That category's loaded. I do want to Get Out. I would like Get Out to win.
I would like Get Out to win, but I expect it to be The Big Sick. You expect it to be Lady Bird. Best adapted screenplay: Call Me by Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, Mudbound. That'd be dope as hell for Logan to win.
I would like that.
But ain't no way. They're not going to sit there and look at superhero movies like that.
Well,
the fact that it made it this far.
There was a really good article that I read this week, actually, that talked about how Logan, and there was something else that were like breaking the mold, basically like kind of breaking into like the Oscars for comic book movies.
I heard that about Get Out and The Shape of Water.
Okay.
That's the article I ended up watching.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it's not an article if you gotta watch it, but
it was
you know what I meant.
Yeah, it was Logan and something else that were.
Okay, well that's interesting how they threw that out there. After adapted screenplay, what did you pick?
In those?
Oh yeah, an adapted screenplay.
Oh, Logan.
Okay, yeah. I want Logan to win, but Disaster Artist would be a nice other.
That'd be hilarious.
Would be a nice
too,
other.
Man. That would be funny.
Fuck it, Mudbound.
Yeah.
All right, and why did it jump? Okay, next up, animated short. Oh, what's up?
Hold on. Was Mudbound straight to Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
Well then,
is this the most? Yeah. Is this the most nominations for a straight to Netflix film? Because I feel like it's getting a shit ton of recognition, and I feel like I haven't seen that on anything else that was a Netflix.
We could come back on that.
Yeah, I need to check that because I feel like this might be the breakout performer from Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot of groundbreaking shit going on with these Oscars. Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as the nominations are.
absolutely.
Animated short, Dear Basketball, Garden Party, Lou, Negative Space, Revolting Rhymes.
Okay.
Revolting Rhymes. Not,
This is the part. This is the part. Like if I ever am, like if I'm watching the Oscars and I see this, this is the category where I always see like every one of the movies, and I'm like, man, I need to watch all these, but I never get a chance to.
yeah. I think that'd be nice if Kobe Bryant got an Oscar for an animated short.
What was that for the
Dear Basketball?
That would be interesting.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll let my bias show. I want Kobe to win.
Kobe.
Stop talking about Kobe.
Right? Yeah. Kobe, you don't need no Oscars. You got too many trophies.
Tell me how my ass tastes. I love that video.
It's so stupid.
Animated feature, Boss Baby, The Breadwinner,
That
Coco,
Okay.
Ferdinand, Love and Vincent. No, we're going to ignore that. We're going to say...
Because that was the whole argument this week. That was the big argument that came out, because it came out that a lot of the old head nominators. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
For the
Well,
Oscars.
you say old head like there's a group. No, they are all old.
Yeah, they're old. Well, there's some that are like
the median
younger.
for them, like the average age was like 50 or 60, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there are some that are like, there's like a couple that are like late 40s, late 30s, early 40s.
All right.
So
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
But no, the whole thing was that it came out this week that a lot of the old guys of the Oscar nominators said that Get Out shouldn't be nominated, basically. And then everybody was like, fucking Boss Baby's nominated. That was everybody's comeback, was Boss Baby's nominated, though.
Yeah.
I think Coco will probably get that, though.
I expect it to be Coco.
Yeah.
Boss
Baby's not bad, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to shit on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course. It's the easy one on that list.
Kids are so obsessed with that movie, though.
Oh, yeah.
Every kid I've encountered is obsessed with it.
They love it. It's not, like I said, it's not bad. I think Coco is better.
Definitely.
But yeah, people, they love that movie. Kids love that movie.
Let's see. Next up, we have Best Director.
Okay.
We have Dunkirk by Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
We have Get Out by Jordan Peele. We have Lady Bird by Greta Gerwig. We have Phantom Thread with Paul Thomas Anderson. And we have The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro.
That category is loaded, too.
Yes, it is.
Because I would love to see Jordan Peele win it.
Yeah. Guillermo's kind of...
He's won a bunch of awards for director on this at other award shows for Shape of Water already.
Yeah.
Greta is a beast. Because, like I said, Lady Bird's fucking excellent.
I expect it to be either Lady Bird or Dunkirk. I would like it for Get Out or Shape of Water.
Yeah.
But
I'll be honest, I think Shape of Water has a better chance than even Dunkirk. Because Dunkirk's been getting some love, but I've just from the nothing against them, but the smaller award shows, like kind of that lead up to the Oscars.
yeah.
Shape of Water's been fucking cleaning up. And Dunkirk hasn't been getting that much, nearly as much as Shape has. So I could see Shape getting it before Dunkirk, but then at the same time, obviously I want Jordan for Get Out. That'd be awesome.
That'd be nice.
Especially if you can nab both of them.
Next up, Supporting Actress. We have Mary J. Blige in Mudbound. We have Allison Janney in I, Tonya. We have Leslie Manville in Phantom Thread. We have Laura Metcalf in Lady Bird. And we have Octavia Spencer in The Shape of Water.
Laura Metcalf, probably.
For Lady Bird? Okay, I can see that.
But what's name did have a sex with a fish man?
Not Octavia?
Yeah. Wait, no, sorry, not Octavia. Sorry. I thought you said the other girl's name. My bad.
Yeah, supporting actress.
No, she didn't. Yeah, she didn't have. Laura's good because she's, yeah. Yeah, in that category, I think that's, I mean, and plus this is kind of a bias too because it's, besides Shape of Water, that's the only one I've seen. I haven't seen I, Tonya or, what was that other one?
Phantom Thread?
Phantom Thread.
Okay.
That one keeps coming up, and I haven't heard that. I probably have, but I probably just forgot the name.
Yeah. All right. After supporting actress, obviously supporting actor, there's Willem Dafoe in The Florida Project.
Ooh.
There's Woody Harrelson in 3 Billboards. Okay. Richard Jenkins in The Shape of Water. Christopher Plummer in All the Money in the World. And Sam Rockwell in 3 Billboards. Yeah, I imagine Sam Rockwell.
Probably so. Apparently, The Florida Project is like really good. Yeah, I'd say Shape of Water. I mean, not Shape of Water.
You keep throwing that out.
I know.
So, Shape of Water. Shape of Water.
Shape of
Water. Shape of Water.
Everything Shape of Water. Yeah, no, I'll go with yours. I agree.
What the hell did I say? Oh, Sam Rockwell.
That's why I said
Shape of Water. Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. Everything Shape
When
of Water.
all else fails, Shape of Water.
Yeah,
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. Fine, whatever.
I'm gonna start doing that from here on out.
Yeah, Shape of Water. It's so funny because like I didn't expect when I first saw the preview for that movie, I never would have thought it would have been this well received. It's a good movie, obviously. It's not like it was a bad movie, but it was just like fall in love with a fish man. What the hell is this about?
Oh, the last movie he had. Damn it, what was it called? With Loki in it.
Oh,
What was it called? And a buddy from Sons of Anarchy. What was that movie?
what the hell was that called?
That's bothering me. Hold on.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. So,
Okay.
oh no, not in incognito mode. Hold on, I might find something else. Nah, damn it, what was that movie called? Let me do this. Charlie Hunnam and Tom Hiddleston. Okay, most recent movie he was in. No, not Pacific Rim. Crimson Peak. There we go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, visually that movie was nice, but it was just bad all around. So if they had sit there and I don't know what they could have done with the story,
Yeah.
I could definitely have seen that being nominated for shit.
Right.
But
Now we got this.
now we have this.
Yep.
So good old Guillermo. Let me pull up the next category. Close out of that. Okay, we already did. Oh, lead actress.
Cool.
Sally Hawkins, Shape of Water.
Yep. Okay.
Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards. Margot Robbie from I, Tonya. Cerise Ronan in Lady Bird. And Meryl Streep in The Post. I expect Meryl Streep to win this.
You think so?
Most likely.
I think Francis
No.
from 3 Billboards. 3 Billboards. Sorry, that word got
What
caught in
happened
there.
there?
I tried to say 3 Billboards and I said 3. It just got caught. 3 Billboards.
Printing error.
Yeah, exactly.
Lead actor. Timothy Chalamet in Call Me By Your Name. Daniel Day-Lewis in Phantom Thread. Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out. Gary Oldman from Darkest Hour. Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Apparently, that was the only good thing about that movie. Shayna, have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay. I haven't found anybody that's seen it really.
No.
The thing was when it went into it, when I first saw the preview for it, I was like, oh, that looks going to be good.
Yeah.
And apparently his performance is really good. And apparently the story just kind of falls apart around him,
I'd imagine. Yeah.
which sucks.
If he didn't win it on Fences, ain't no way he's gonna be winning it.
Oh,
this.
there's no way you pull that out, especially going against the rest of that.
Yeah. That'd be dope if Daniel Kaluuya got this. I expect it to be the other Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
No, or maybe they really enjoyed Gary Oldman's fat bastard makeup.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
They go for there.
Yeah, it would be nice for Daniel to get that.
Yeah, the only one I know for a fact that's not getting it. This is kind of like that one's got to go discussion y'all had a couple episodes ago. It's like we know who's going to get picked as far as not as the got to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
This time it's Denzel.
Yeah.
He's no, unless they try to sit there and pull some consolation, well, not consolation prize, but like just kind of some
like a pity award, basically.
kind of like a pity or like a lifetime achievement award type
yeah,
shits.
yeah.
So yeah, that'd be nice. I want Daniel Kaluuya to win. I
absolutely.
expect Daniel Day-Lewis to win.
Yeah.
And
I feel that.
okay.
Very nice.
And the last,
Best Picture?
yes, Best Picture.
Yep.
We have Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, Shape of Water, 3 Billboards.
The thing
We know what we want to win.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's going to be this whole Oscars. We know what we want to win, but we know what probably will.
Yeah.
Man, having Lady Bird and having Lady Bird, Shape of Water, 3 Billboards, and Get Out in the same category is just fucking cruel. Because I want Get Out, but at the same time, I know how good Lady Bird and Three Billboards is. Like, especially Three Billboards. But, whew, I don't know, man. That's... I'll say Three Billboards. It's what I think is going to win.
You think it'll be Three Billboards? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I know I want. We already said what we want to win. Get Out, obviously.
Yeah.
I think they're going to sit there and jerk themselves off and go with The Post.
Okay.
Just because it's like, oh, it's such an important movie and it's so relevant to today's time type shit.
That's true. I didn't think about that. They might.
I expect them. That's what I think they're going to do.
Yeah.
I think they're going to pull that shit.
They might. Shayna, you got one for this one?
Just throw a name out there. Shape of Water.
I'd have to go with The Post just because they love Meryl Streep.
See, that's my thing. My thing is they love Meryl Streep, but she doesn't have, for as many as she's been nominated, she's got a low average for winning them. So that was the only reason I was going when she was nominated for The Post before. Mm-hmm. That was the only thing that gave me a lot more confidence going against her, is because her average is low. Yeah. And The Post is, of course,
the thing is, she's been in the game for so long, and she's always got so many,
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like
she's got a lot of her percentages padded because she's
it's kind of like, she's like the LeBron James of the Oscars.
Yeah,
she's going there a lot.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean she's always winning.
That makes sense.
It is a accomplishment in and of itself to be there.
Oh yeah, the nomination is still an accomplishment.
Right, to be there all the time, or every time that you do.
Yeah.
So
being nominated is still an accomplishment. Absolutely.
I never thought I'd make that comparison.
It was good.
Meryl Streep, the LeBron James of the Oscars. There we go.
Dunking on him. Somebody make a meme, or not a meme. Somebody just make a cover art.
Now I'm sitting there thinking of the one where
her dunking.
Where everybody was sitting there going like Future's Meryl Streep's secret son.
Oh yeah.
They do look alike.
They do.
That's crazy.
It's like really like a lot.
It's kind of that's scary almost.
It is crazy. All right. Well, nice.
So there we have it.
Nice little uninformed Oscars talk. One of the movies we didn't even know was on Netflix.
And we're not we're not pretending. We are not.
No.
Yeah, no kind of notion.
I love film, but
that we know what the hell we're talking about.
Like, I love film, and I can talk about it all day long. But if I don't know about a movie, then I'll try to discern it from everything else that I've seen about it.
Speaking of not knowing what the hell you're talking about, I don't know if y'all seen this on your timelines, but I don't know why.
Okay.
But people are really wanting two women to combat each other. And it's been talks about this on social media. And
like a fight?
Yeah, in a fight.
What kind of fight? Like a
straight up fight.
Like a street fight?
It could be a street fight. It could be with weapons, whatever the hell they want. And just the argument in and of itself is just so ridiculous. Not for the fact that they're bringing two strong women, that are very positive role models to women in the first place.
Yeah.
But it's very ignorant and it's very misinformed about putting these two together, or pitting these two against each other to begin with.
Yeah.
And these two women, Wonder Woman and Okoye from Black Panther. So y'all thought it was something important. Y'all thought it was something serious.
Wait, is it Wonder Woman or is it the other one? Because I've seen the other.
Oh, the meme where somebody was sitting there like, "Move or you will be moved." You seen that drawing?
I've seen Okoye
and Io. I think it's pronounced Io.
Yeah, her aunt, Wonder Woman's aunt.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Remember in Civil War where Io confronted Black Widow? It was like, "Move or you will be moved."
Oh yeah.
Somebody made a drawing of that with Io confronting Wonder Woman.
Okay, got you. Okay.
And then I'm guessing that same artist made a drawing of Luke Cage sitting there, yoking up Superman.
Okay.
We'll not get into that because that's dumb in and of itself, right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
see, I saw.
But people were people were really on the timeline trying to come up with think pieces.
Yeah.
About Okoye being able to beat Wonder Woman. And I was like, first of all, no, they're more likely to team up and recognize first and foremost.
Yeah.
But if it came down to it, I'm sorry. Like, I love Okoye, and especially finding out that Denai looks as great as she does bald headed without those struggle dreads in Walking Dead.
Yeah, right.
As much as I'm starting to fall in love with her, Okoye would get washed.
Yeah, oh yeah, by Wonder
The
Woman?
entire Dora Milaje would get washed.
Yeah.
If they were to go up against Wonder Woman.
I mean, yeah.
That's what happens when y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about and don't do your research.
And see, that was the thing at first I thought about, but then I was like, well, she's a little bit more normal, but at the same time, not. She's still got, I guess, powers in a way. But I saw people like doing like who would win. It was just like a who would win. That was it. And it was Okoye versus Wonder Woman's aunt.
Oh, that was played by
the girl from
that was played
the
by
lady
Princess
from
Bride.
yeah, from Princess. That's the thing that blows my mind because I always think House of Cards now.
Yeah,
but that's crazy. It blows my mind that she was in Princess Bride. Too.
I couldn't think of her name. Claire. Never mind. Of course I would know.
Claire.
How else would you? Yeah, Claire.
Claire. Yeah. But yeah, I saw that Okoye and that, and I thought that made more sense. But at the same time, she still has an advantage.
She still has an advantage in the fact that they are already, or they were pretty much born with superpowers to begin with.
Exactly, yeah.
They have literally thousands of years of fighting experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if that knowledge is getting passed down from the Wakandans being around for thousands of years without any type of interference. Mm-hmm. And they're very, Wakanda and Themyscira are very damn similar as far as.
Because they're very isolated.
Isolated, and this, that, and the other, like warriors, strong female warriors.
Yeah.
The strongest almost in the, But that's kind of where the comparisons stop.
Yeah.
But then again, as somebody could also point out, the Amazons got washed when they got introduced to bullets. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So, but straight up, like a straight up fight, like if it's just Okoye and Wonder Woman, no.
Yeah,
no, stop. What are you doing?
That's goofy.
What are you doing?
I feel like that's race heavy.
Well, that too.
Yeah, that's where the think pieces probably were coming from.
Hell, somebody said, hell, Wonder Woman could do the Wakanda symbol and wipe out the Dora Milaje.
That's so funny.
All she got to do is she can sit there and just do with her bracelets, and it's a wrap.
Just blow up everything. Oh man, that's so good.
And here you are.
Right? Yeah, and here you. God, that's so good. I forgot. I didn't even think about that. The Wakanda symbol thing. So yeah. Yeah, always
do your research before you come up with a think piece. Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Another damn think piece about Black Panther.
Yeah.
There's this chick arguing, sitting there talking about Killmonger being misogynist.
Because he shot his girlfriend? Is that it?
He was like, I was like, here he is. Basically, she was sitting there going like, here he is. He killed these women, and he was sitting there showing his the male or some shit about the hierarchy or patriarchy or some shit like that, blah blah blah, those buzzwords. Mm-hmm. And everybody, including like female nerds, were sitting there going like, shut the fuck up. And like, she had the nerve to call them pick-me's because of that.
Oh wow.
And I was like, no. It's like, well, first of all, no spoilers. He killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he killed one of the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
That's two women.
Yeah.
Now, and he hemmed up grandma.
Oh yeah, he hemmed up that. The gardener. The gardener.
Yeah.
He hemmed up the gardener. So there's that.
Yeah, that's true.
But he killed two women and killed 3.5 men that we were able to see.
Yeah. Besides
his markings. Yeah. And the fact is, like, his name is Killmonger.
Yeah.
He's not going to give a fuck who he has to kill to get what he wants.
It doesn't matter who it is. They're breathing.
Yeah, as far as on-screen deaths go, he has killed 5.5 people, the majority of them being male, 2 of them being female.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I love when people just jump
That's
on.
A reach.
They just try to jump on. Yeah, they do those reaches and then just jumping on. Like where's your lot? Like, why do you feel so adamant about this one particular thread of logic and feel you need to push it on everybody? But
she had no real argument when she was getting tested for it by the female nerds. One of them being like, I remember Roxanne Hayes being one of them. As far as addressing it, and he was like, "Oh, look at this pick me." I was like, "No, don't try to flip it on there like that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it. You just because you don't have a strong argument,
right?"
All right. So my outrage is out. So that was the outrage bit.
Okay, that was good. All right.
So
well, with that, You want to close it out?
We may as well.
Might as well.
Shape of water. Shape of water.
Yeah, shape of water. Very nice.
It's gonna be new ad libs for the rap.
Yeah, shape of water.
Shape of water. Shape of water.
First and foremost, Shayna, thank you for joining us.
How can we reach you?
Appreciate it always.
You can find me at ShaynaNB on Twitter and Instagram.
Cool.
I'm there sometimes.
Just hanging out.
Talking about nothing.
Just like what we just did.
Yeah, just like us. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I am at KN Kid Swift on Twitter. I'm at Future ASC on Instagram. You can find me on those. Of course, you can follow me on Facebook. Just go through the Facebook group. Join up in there. All the good people in there. Where can they find you at, brother?
Web859 on Twitter, web.859 on Instagram. Don't worry about my Snapchat. Especially if you're going to sit there, hit me with the eye emoji.
Yeah.
Oh, man. By all means, reach out to us at OafDiscussions on Twitter, at OafDiscussions on Instagram. OafDiscussions.com is our official website. You can check us out on YouTube, Google Play, iTunes, and as of Friday, we are now on Spotify.
Yep. Check us out on Spotify. You can find the episodes there. Listen. Can you review on Spotify? I can't remember.
I've never seen where you could do. No, you can just.
Can you follow? You can follow.
You can
right?
follow. Yes.
So yeah, follow us on Spotify. That way you can automatically get the updates and everything for each and every episode, each and every week. Guys, thank you as always for joining us. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us each and every week. We will see you guys next time. Peace.
This is Arrivederci.
Oh, arrivederci.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Oath Discussions. Please listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play now, Stitcher, audio episodes on YouTube as well. And so that's all we have today. Thank you very much for listening, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Appreciate it. Peace.
There we are. Oath Discussions pioneers.
Quickly.
Confirmed.
Make the meme and then put the @big thing on there with the stupid little graphic like every other goddamn internet comedian does. We got to get these views, baby.